My favorite scene in the whole Cars movie is the great race at the very end. We have the official pace car, and we have Lightning McQueen, the King, and Chick Hicks in a battle for who wins the Piston Cup. And first thing they do is show the light year blimp in the sky, flying around, which they'll be going to show the overhead shots. Next thing you know, you see Bernie flying through, followed immediately by Stubop the jet, and he almost runs him over. And the race begins. 500 laps. The race goes on. Lightning has a hard job concentrating. He's just thinking of everything he left behind in Radiator Springs, and he misses all his friends, and he thought he was on his own. But then he looks over beside him, and what's he see but his whole pit crew there. All the guys from Radiator Springs. Yes, his whole crew, his new crew, had followed him, including Guido, Luigi, Fillmore, Sarge. I think there was one of those guys there, Ramones, and of course Mac was there to help. Even the Doc. Doc was there to help him. Doc Hudson, he's out of retirement. Everybody goes, oh my god, Doc Hudson out of retirement. So next thing you know, the King gets ahead of the Chick. So Chick pushes the side of King, but he was okay. He kept on going, and he made an escape from the King, the Chick that time. Next thing you know, Lightning passes Chick Hicks, and he said, I'll have no part of that. So he goes after Lightning McQueen, and he hits the back of Lightning, and Lightning spins sideways. But he learned something while he's in Radiator Springs. He learned how to steer from Doc Hudson. Doc Hudson said sometimes you have to turn right to turn left, and Lightning was going sideways. And finally, he got straightened away. Next thing you know, it's the last couple of laps. The King is leading, Chick Hicks is behind, and Lightning's right behind him. And Chick Hicks says, no way, old timer, I'm gonna get you. And he pushed the King from behind. And the King lost control. He started going sideways, and he started rolling and rolling upside down. He was flying through the air, and he couldn't stop. He was really in a bad situation, and the crowd was going, oh no. Finally he stopped on the infield, all smashed to pieces, and Lightning had no idea what had happened. But he caught up with Chick Hicks anyway. He didn't know what happened to King, and he passed the Chick Hicks and was going to cross the finish line ahead of him. Then he looked up on the big monitor, and he saw the King. And the King was laying there, all smashed to pieces. Lightning then remembered the story about when Doc Hudson ended up smashed in his last race and never recovered. So he piled on the brakes and stopped just at the finish line. And Chick Hicks went on to win. And he was so excited. And then Lightning looked back at his friend, the King, and he backed up. And he backed up right to the King, and he pushed the King across the finish line. So the King was able to finish his last race. The crowd went crazy. They were so happy for Lightning McQueen to push the King across. They were cheering, and even though the Chick won the race, everyone thought Lightning deserved to win because he would have won, except that he stopped. After that, and the race was over, Mrs. the King thanked Lightning for pushing her husband across the line so he'd finish his last race. And then Dynaco Tex, the guy that owns the Dynaco team, offered Lightning a job racing for him. But Lightning turned it down because he wanted to race with the Rusty's team, and they've been supporting him all along. See, they even got the Rusty's name on the back of his car. And he said, I can appreciate that. He did a good job there. Dynaco Tex then asked Lightning if he could do him any favors, and Lightning said, sure, you can do one thing for me. And he let Mater fly in the Dynaco helicopter. And that was the end of the and that was the favorite scene of the whole movie. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you like that reenactment of the favorite scene in the whole show.